Hi everybody, question number 724, find pivot index. Given an array of integers nums, calculate the pivot index of this array. The pivot index is the index where the sum of all the numbers strictly to the left of the index is equal to the sum of all the numbers strictly to the index's right. So for example, if you have this, everything here has to be equal to everything here. To the left, to the right. If the index is on the left edge of the array, then the left sum is 0 because there are no elements. So if it's here, it's all 0. This also applies to the right edge of the array. So if it's here, it's all 0. Return the leftmost pivot index. If no such index exists, return -1. Okay, I think the first thing we can do is basically just sum everything all together and get the length. So let's define something called length equal to 0, and then you loop through it for num in nums, length plus equal to num. And then if you print the length, you have the length of basically the sum of everything. And that would be 28. Okay. So what do we do with this 28? We want to find the pivot index, leftmost pivot index. So first we have to define something called total left. Total left, or left total. That's better, left total. Equal to 0. And then we want to loop through, but this time we need the index because we need the index to return. So we say for idx index val in enumerate nums. Okay. We basically, the first thing we want to do is we get the length of every iteration and we remove that number from the length. So every iteration we basically say length minus equal to the num. And we will have the right part. So for example, if it's on 1, we have 28 minus 1, we have 26, like the sum of all this. And if length equal to left total, return idx. There's one more thing here that we need to do. Actually, two more things, but for now, let's focus on that one thing here inside the loop. And that is every time we need to remove the, we need to add the num to left total. So left total plus equal to num. So then, for example, that 1 gets added, and in the next iteration, when you have the 7, this will be inside the left total. And the rest is, the right part will be this. This will be the length of the right. And then we check this and this. And so that would be done. And at the end, if you can't find the idx, if there is no such thing as the length equal to left total, or this is basically the right total equal to left total. If there is no such thing, just return -1. And if you run the code, it didn't work. Return -1. We have to figure out why it didn't work. So let's see. Length minus equal to num. If length equal to left total, return idx, left total plus equal to num. That should be right. So what's the problem? Okay, I know why. Instead of val, we said num. So that's the reason. So there is no num here. That was inside the previous loop. I basically said num instead of val. Okay, let's run the code. And yep, it works. So that's the solution to question find pivot index.